First of all, thank you for inviting me for this session. Um, as the industry is going through one of, I would say, a lifetime turbulent phase, the biggest challenge that faces us all centers around the lack of travel and the lack of perceived safety while traveling. So all our strategies that are built around these two themes. We as a brand want to ensure that people who stay in our hotels um, have a safe trip, and therefore all our marketing and our advertising promotional programs are built around that theme. Um, our main strategies are our main thoughts are for our owners, because they are the ones who have invested in these hotels, and are the employees, because this whole thing is about livelihood. We have to control and manage and sustain livelihoods at this in this phase, and we plan to do so. So, Welcome Heritage Hotels offer our customers a dual benefit. One, all our hotels, by and large, are not found in COVID centers, and people, after being stuck at home for a couple of months, are looking for places to relax, or nowadays even work far away from home. So our hotels are normally in naturally safe places, with mostly in green zones, are within drivable distances of large cities. So that's our first major strength. In our hotels, safe distancing is naturally in place, because we have cottages in many of our resorts, or the hotel sizes don't cross between 25 to 30 rooms. We have found mostly in nature, wildlife, and historical destinations, and these are popular with travelers. Secondly, we follow the similar, stringent safety norms that conform to local standards or Government of India standards. So our customers get a dual benefit. You will always be found in a good, clean atmosphere. At the same time, we ensure that in our properties there are norms that are followed, which are of a global nature.
Okay.
As far as packages, your second question was on packages. So what we are doing really is that we are launching a few programs built again around this theme of work from home, and soon you will see some communication on our websites and on our social media handles for people who are interested in this theme of travel. Um, in this COVID mode, there are two major, I would say, segments of travel: safe leisure travel and essential business travel. We want to capture both these areas.
Okay.
For safe business travel, as I mentioned to you, we are launching drivable holidays. Um, and for essential business travel, or people who want to be in natural areas, we are launching both from here.
All right.
That's where we are today at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sir.
So fortunately, we are blessed that we don't haven't had any cases so far. However, we have protocols in place for these instances, and should any such opportunity uh, take place, then we will take the necessary uh, processes and guidelines that need to be followed. So there's a lot of echoing happening, Simran. Yeah, so as I was saying, almost everybody in the industry would be following the standardized protocol that is being put forward by the Ministry of Home Affairs during the unlock phase, or by Ministry of Tourism, or by the WHO. And that's all very well, because it needs to be handled by the industry. The differentiator in Welcome Heritage is that we are offering two more programs as well. we launched a program called Travel Safely Welcome Heritage, because it's not just the stay at the hotel that is important. It is also the travel to the hotel and back that is important.
Right.
So we are launching a program called, as I said, Passport to Travel, where we mark to the travel trade and to the consumer all the various protocols that the customer needs to follow before he travels. That is step one. Only if the protocols are met does he make a booking, and that is enabled in our program. The second is that we offer contactless check-in and check-out, which we'll be launching very soon, where the customer will, on the time he makes the booking, will get a contactless check-in, check-out process, so that he can go to the hotel and without doing any, through a QR code, able to open his hotel door and step in and order whatever he feels like within the confines of his room. Because many customers may be a little worried about traveling and staying with other people, so we offer them that facility. And finally, as I said earlier, we all offer a safety insured formula, which all our hotels follow, which are in line with the MOT norms. So there are three protocols that we follow across this travel spectrum to minimize any risk that a customer may face while traveling. So sustainability, apart from being a fashionable word, I think is today a very important aspect for our hotels, variety of reasons. In COVID times, the most important success factor for a business is going to be how they manage their costs. And in sustainable tourism, if you do your project through sustainability norms, then your operating costs will remain low, and that's really the area that you need to focus on from a commercial side. Sustainable tourism also includes things like recycling of whatever your water, your refuse, and ensuring that you are a carbon positive, leave a carbon positive footprint. So, and the third part of sustainability is that you manage the natural resources around you and you leave it as it was when you came in. So there are various elements of sustainability, which are really under the theme of responsible tourism. We ensure in our hotels that we, apart from these points that I just mentioned, also support the population that where we reside. So we try and give employment to the people who are in that area. We try and promote the arts and crafts of that region, which generates employment. And as I said to you very much earlier, that the whole thing in this entire tourism game is about livelihoods. If you're able to manage livelihoods of your employees, your owners, the region that you operate in, then you're going to be a successful long-term enterprise. So in India, I think that's a very important aspect, and we are going to follow it to the T.
Yes, sir.
And in the hotel side, we prefer actual weddings to e-weddings, because we want today the norm is that up to 50 people are allowed to go for a wedding. And of course, we assume and we hope that by the time the season kicks in November, December, that will get eased to 75 to 100. But 50 to 100 is a good size for a physical wedding, and that's what really makes many of our hotels depend on the wedding season to make some good economic sense. So e-weddings is something which I'm sure is popular today amongst the young. But from a tourism and hotel standpoint, we prefer the hybrid formula of 50 people who are coming physically to the wedding, and the rest can join through a electronic or a social media channel. I think that also is the norm for MICE. Even MICE today is going to really move to the hybrid formula. There will be some hardcore visitors, but the rest will join in on a online basis. So that's the new normal, and we have to live with it. So I only want to tell the young travelers of this country who have been cooped up at home that the time has come now to seek, when they travel, they must travel safely. And there are people out there and there are destinations out there that allow you these to participate in this trend. There are brands like us who will help you in this process, and where they needn't be worried about who they will meet or whether they will contract any anybody with a particular problem. So we want to ensure we would encourage you to seek out new experiences. That this is a seminal time in the industry, and I'm sure in their lives, time for them to reevaluate what they are doing, go out in the big wide world again, and travel safely. Thank you very much.